first of all, your belief also has an effect on karma and the way it plays out. I encourage all people, all cultivators especially, to release themselves from negative thinking, negative thoughts. Work to the positive. Do your best. First, control yourself, control your negativity, work on your being more positive yourself. When you're really good at that, when you're pretty jovial, happy with your life, then take that energy and be selfless with it. When it gets too painful, then you have to cleanse, purify, bring in positive, warming energy until your life gets better. And then, once it gets better, then forsake it. Give it up. Give it to somebody else. And through that action, you're increasing your abilities all the time until eventually you become awakened. You understand all the very, very finite workings of the universe. You can see every single individual, which is not my situation yet. You can see every individual and you can say, okay, this is what I need to say to them to help them out. And if I say that same thing to another person, it's probably going to turn them off. And it's not going to be helpful to them. And so what you have to say to every single individual is different. And your instructions for every individual would be different. And that is what the enlightened guru is able to do. Which I'm not able to. I'm far, far from it. I've had like a week's more worth of training than you.
Is there any way to neutralize all the negative energy?
Well, you already know how. You already told me you know how.
I do.
Push it into the earth.
How to push out? You have to get the ball and push it
man.
into the earth. Oh gosh, I forgot already. Woo!
It's just using your heart. My goal, because I don't know how long I'm gonna have contact with you guys, but if you attended just one of my classes and you understood what I wanted to teach you, someday when you need it, you might be able to remember and say, okay, let me try this method that James taught. Bring in the positive energy from the heavens, melt the negative, push it down into the earth, and then push out the love, and then your enemy becomes your friend. Because you were able to take that animosity, and you were able to neutralize it, and then to take the good energy and push it on to somebody else, the situation got better. Hey, congratulations. Now move on to the next thing. now look for some more trouble.
It'll find you. I was at the demo yesterday, and there was a little kid that had a T-shirt on, and it said, "Trouble finds me, even in camouflage." And the shirt was like a camouflage shirt. God, that's a cute shirt.
Yeah. Bono Bono saying, "I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you." Those four things are it's actually a great way to start out to learn how to be soft, to learn how to break through the rigid self, take responsibility upon yourself for all the negative that goes on around you. Don't be judgmental. Don't blame others. Work on yourself. Take it on yourself, and see how far you can get with that. And it's going to take just that the first step, what we call the beginning. We have the four preliminaries in Vajrayana. Okay, the four preliminaries, basically teaching you how to destroy the self first, and then so that you can access unlimited compassion. I don't want to put myself on the spot to repeat the four right now, but it'll come to me when I'm more relaxed, not in front of a class.
And a camera.
What is it?
It's like saying, may all sentient beings have unlimited joy. May all sentient beings be forever escape suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings. Anyways, it's the four unlimited. Those are the four. There's four unlimited mindsets that you start out with, and that's the base. That's the gateway of Vajrayana. If you can't get those four down, you can't really step through the gateway of Vajrayana. And once you have those four concepts down, and you practice it in your homework every day. And then there's mantras, the 100-syllable mantra that you have to say, and then you do prostrations, full prostrations where you go down and you pay homage to the universe and all the deities and all the loving, the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, and then to say the 100-syllable mantra, like 10 million times. And then to do offerings, lots and lots of offerings for yourself and for sentient beings. And then once you have those four preliminaries down, then you have the sustenance, the energy to move into true yoga. You've earned to have true yoga correspondence with deities. And then when you the first yoga is to blow away the self. Once you what we say is once you get that first goal, you take that vajra and you pulverize yourself with it. You become Vajrasattva. And then the second step is you become your guru. You understand what your guru represents and what his teachings are. The third step is to become one to reach yoga level with your deity. And from there on, right after that, your deity will teach you all the internal breathing, all the essential concepts and the homework. Lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. Your deity is going to take you through those lessons and to eventually you're going to reach level 10. And I could if I wanted. I can tell you what step 4, step 5, step 6, step 7, 8, 9, and 10 are. But Vajrayana is very structured. There's 10 steps in there, in the school that I am taught in. And it gets very, very interesting when you start getting correspondence with deities. They will move you, they will teach you certain hand signs. It's like, wow, what is that? And communication, listen, you can hear, you can understand what the deity is thinking, you can hear their voice, you can see, all this stuff starts to happen. And in the beginning, it's going to be, it blows people away. They get very, very excited about Vajrayana. And they have to become a little, in fact, you have to pull them back saying that you have to become also grounded. You don't have to listen if you don't want it. You can stand up also if it's too tough on your legs.
Okay.
But then so you have to say to the person, hey, you have to go out and work. You have to be responsible to your family too. Don't just go ahead and into this meditation stuff. It's a lot of fun, but it's supposed to happen over many years. Don't be in a hurry. If you're in a hurry to reach somewhere, you're a little unbalanced mentally too. So don't be unbalanced mentally. And then through the years, the most important thing is your heart. If your heart is there and you want it, you're willing to. My guru's vow is like this. He's willing to have all his bones be pulverized for the sake of sentient beings. he's taken on that great of a vow. And he's been doing this for a long, long time. He comes around every 500 years and he flexes his muscle. He says, look at my power. This is what Vajrayana is. And so every 500 years you're going to find a really strong guru within Vajrayana that shows his powers to the world. And he keeps coming around between the times when he flexes his muscles, but the stars are just right every 500 years for him to shine brightly. And there's a cycle to that too. So every 500 years he becomes very bright, he shines, he flexes his muscles, and he gets lots and lots of people to take refuge, and he gives them homework. And the thing is, are you ready? If you're ready to become selfless, then of course it's all going to happen. All that flack is going to come to you, all the negative is going to come to you, but that is how you do your homework. That's how you grow your powers. That's how you're tested if you're truly sincere. It's the crucible. You fire until the element becomes pure. You burn off all the negatives, all the impurities, until it's just gold that's left. and then that's what you blossom into. It's part of the process. All the negative stuff that comes from it, all the people who slap you in the face at the very end, you're like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I had to be slapped in the face to work off all that negative stuff within me. If I wasn't given that opportunity, I couldn't have done it.
That is just so accurate. That is so good.
Oh, I'm going through that
Yeah.
big right now.
And I'm saying thank you a lot. It's like, thank you for this gift. I needed it. I needed a big one this time.
So I'm going through
You
the
give them a hug
course,
and they start, saying, whoa. So take the positives and the negatives, and then if you can come out on top of things, take that and give it back outwards. Because there is no self in the real universe. When you start to realize that, then your powers become big as the universe. Because you are the universe. There is no self. Where were you 100 years ago? Yet you're here today. Where did you come from? Where did you come from? Oh, if you think you came from your parents, where did your parents come from? Trace the roots. Trace it back. Eventually you get to the universe. You get to the stars, planets, how they form. You become the universe. You are from the universe. You always were from the universe. So don't limit yourself by thinking, this is me. No. Wow, this is me. How fantastic. When you're looking at the stars, yeah, that's me. When you're looking at the sun, everything else, you're looking at your enemy. Yes, they are just a reflection of you. Everything is part of you. So don't get caught up in the concept of the little self. Understand that cultivation is about being the bigger self. And you will never disappear. The universe will always be there. There's part of the universe. There is the physical part of the universe that was born, and if it was born, it will one day die. It will one day cease to exist. But there is part of the universe that is not transient, that was always there and will always be. And that is the part of the universe that has the energy and the ability to give rise to creation, to give rise to all this creativity and variation in life, all these different human beings, and all these different rocks, plants. That creativity comes from somewhere. It's manifested from the true universe that will always, always be there. And that's what we call the true Buddha.